Hello?
Yeah, where you at?
You already know where I'm at, man. I'm in the hood. I gotta take care of something right fast.
You always say that. You ain't never here.
Oh, damn, I don't wanna hear that shit, man.
You need to be here.
I
You
mean,
always going.
man, look, man, I don't wanna hear that shit right now. I'ma do this.
If you love the streets so much,
My
marry a
girl
man.
said you in love with the streets, nigga marry him then, so I did. We had kids, but I carried the twins. Keep chrome fiends Jones like Mary and them, lid sparking a lid coffin where they bury you in. Ha! I click then pop when I spark it off. Watch it kick then chop, no martial arts. Keep spitting and keep kicking, martial law. Took over the whole city, martial law. Flip weight, but I be on the block, homes. Getting cake, trying to get it straight. Hot cone, bullets making up your face. Line cone, Glock drawn sound like microwave popcorn. Charlie Park got the...
Alright, man, who we got on Futures TV right now, man?
Man, it's Bobby Dollaz, man, aka Mr. Can't Be Touched. If it ain't can't be touched, then it can't be much. Holler at me, throw a dollar at me, fool with me, you cool with me. Don't fuck with me because you stuck with me, but rock with me when you not with me. What's that?
That's what it is, man. And Can't Be Touched. That's what the CBT stand for on your shirt. That's your brand.
Yeah, that's the brand. That's the clothing line. That's the logo. That's the label. That's the motto. You know what I'm saying? That's everything. CBT. It's a mind frame, way of life, all that. You know.
And you doing this independently? No team really? It's just you?
Yeah. Just me, man.
That's what's up.
It just be me, man. Me and my grind, me and my work ethic. That's what's getting it all done.
Okay, man. Let the people know where you coming from, though, man. You know where you was born at.
Hey, listen, I was born in North Philly, man. But every interview, I say this every interview. I was born in North Philly, but I got to put on for the Port City, man. Wilmington, North Carolina, man. 910, stand up. What's happening?
That's what's up, man. Now, you being born in Philly, you know what I'm saying? I know that, like, the Smack DVDs, all that shit was heavy out there. Battle raps and all that.
Yeah.
Was that one of the things you was into, like battle rapping coming up?
Yeah. When I was young, I was definitely a battle rapper. If I found out somebody rap, I was at them. I don't care. Like, if we be in church and you a rapper, and you gotta see me. You know what I'm saying? It was real competitive for me back then. So because I'm from that era, so yeah. I started out battling. I did.
Battle rapping. Now, what was the first song that you know that really you know what I'm saying, you put out? You feel me?
The first song I put out, the first song I ever put out, there's probably a song called Spit It For My Niggas. I had to be like 14 or 15, like 15, 16, and I wrote a song called Spit It For My Niggas because that's what I was on at the time, you know what I'm saying, as a young boy. So that's the first song I ever put out, like Spit It For My Niggas. I remember that.
Okay. Now you say you putting on for Port City, Wilmington 910. You feel me?
Yeah,
what made you want to move to Wilmington? Was it family issues? Was it you getting locked up? Cause you know you was locked up.
No. See, you talking about the reason why I moved to Wilmington when I came home? Wilmington was my release address when I got out the feds. But I've been dealing with Wilmington my whole life, like on and off. Like, you know, I went to school out there. You know what I'm saying? I went to a couple schools out there, and I moved away, then I moved back. So I've been really my family from there, like my grandparents and them, they from out there. So yeah, Wilmington, you know.
Okay.
I don't know. Castle Street, Queen Street, Southside, yeah.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Now I see you was facing 30 years in prison, right? Yeah. You was facing 30 years, man. What was that situation about, man? Like, can you talk to the people, let the people know?
What happened? You know. Well, it's freedom of information, so I can talk about certain things.
Okay.
You know, shit. I can curse.
Man, come on, man.
All right,
listen. TV, man.
Shit, man.
It's like it's like you at the crib, man.
I be doing so many interviews, I don't know which ones I can curse on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit, man. What happened was, fuck around, man. Long story after short, you know what I'm saying, the Mexicans, you know what I'm saying, they load up the car, and the driver, he drive from California, he on his way to North Carolina, he gets stopped in Tennessee. When he gets stopped in Tennessee, he waived his rights. He tell him, yo, shit, I'll tell you who I was taking it to. Or the DEA, yeah, true story.
How old was you around this time?
I was like, I got arrested 2 days after my 27th birthday, I think. 2 days after my birthday.
Okay.
And it was like March 19th, you know what I'm saying? 2 days after my birthday, they came. I was supposed to be at my birthday party in a whole nother city. Yeah. But when I heard, you know what I'm saying, my people like, yo, everything about to be ready. So I'm like, well, all right, you know what I'm saying, send it through. And boy, he got caught in Tennessee. He was coming to North Carolina. And he said, I'll tell you who I'm taking it to, brought the DEA to the front door, you know what I'm saying?
How did he get caught? Was it something, did he drive like,
it was like
fast or something? Or
I don't know. judging from the paperwork, it said it was a regular routine traffic stop. Like, he might have busted a U-turn somewhere he wasn't supposed to. He might have did something he wasn't supposed to with the car. So when they pulled over the car, he panicked. He was like, yo, I got that here. You know what I'm saying? So he tell him where it's at. So they access it and they take him into custody and read him his rights. He waived his rights. He agreed to cooperate. He brought him to the front door and he came and got it. You know what I'm saying? I jumped out a second-story window with a unit in a Louis bag. You know what I'm saying? That's in the paperwork too. You know what I'm saying? When they hit the door, I jump out the window. When I come out the window, I jump out the window and the joint slide. You know what I'm saying? The joint slide down. Boom, fall on the deck. Boom, open. It's 100 of them niggas. Shit like a movie, man. Shit like the video game. Everybody get up. Them shit niggas was downloading. Like, you seen the Matrix? Yeah. How regular niggas turned into agents? That's how that shit was when they came and got us. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and when they came and got us, it was enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the paperwork, there's a couple discrepancies in the paperwork, but they, you know what I'm saying, it was enough, you know what I'm saying? So I got charged with the 2 highest trafficking charges you could get charged with in North Carolina, you know what I'm saying, for opium/heroin and cocaine, you know what I'm saying? So the amount that we had, you couldn't, you know what I'm saying, they charge us with the highest amount. So after that, it don't matter how much you got, because they're going to charge you, you know what I'm saying? If you familiar with trafficking laws, then you already know.
Damn, that's crazy. How long did you serve in prison for that?
Listen, man, I signed one of my charges, you know what I'm saying? One of my charges got dismissed, you know what I'm saying? My lawyer, you know what I'm saying? I told him, listen, all I know is that. I ain't know about that, you know what I'm saying? I told him, I actually, originally we got hit by the DA, but we had state charges. You know what I'm saying? So they gave us $1 million bond so we couldn't move. And they gave us $1 million bond so we couldn't move. Then the DEA came and picked us up. And then federally got charged. You know what I'm saying? One of my charges got dismissed because I was, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't on no phone calls, no wiretap, none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's
crazy. That could just go off of somebody's word though.
Oh no, they caught me out jumping out the window. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, okay, all right. But they do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I do want y'all, you know what I'm saying, you to tell the young boys or anybody that's watching, get familiar with the laws or whatever you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? You got to know the game you playing and make sure you can stand what you do, because the feds do have a hearsay rule, and they got this shit called ghost dope, where a nigga you never met can say he sold you this much a week for 52 weeks, and they add all that shit up and charge you with it. They can't do that shit. The feds do have that. They got ghost dope. They got some other shit called relevant conduct, where you could be charged, where you could be sentenced to a murder you was never charged with. You know what I'm saying? It's called relevant conduct. You know what I'm saying? The feds are some nasty motherfuckers. Like, you and a nigga could know each other. Like, y'all never did no business together. Y'all just from the same block. And he moved across town or whatever, and y'all just know each other. By the time they done with that shit, they'll call y'all the such and such gang and put that shit on one indictment. You and this man never did no business. Or they do some shit like, a nigga might be fucking your baby mom. You go over there and shoot him for fucking your baby mom. By the time the feds get done with it, you shot him to further your drug ring and all that shit. So the feds are some nasty motherfuckers. So just definitely, you know what I'm saying, know what you doing, because they got somewhere for you if you out here moving reckless and sloppy. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely. So what message would you give to the youth that's out here on Instagram, you know, showing a whole bunch of money, showing the fancy whips, you know what I'm saying, just being all out there? What message would you know, Dollaz give to them?
I tell them, I mean, listen, you know, we all come from poverty, and so, pardon me, you know what I'm saying, niggas know me be a street nigga, but sometimes I have a propensity to get, you know what I'm saying, scholastic, if you will. I say we all come from poverty freaking situations, so we do something called conspicuous consumption. It's where poor people spend the most money. So young boys, you want the jewelry, you want the cars, you want the clothes and all of that, and that's fine and good, but don't let that be your moral compass. And don't fuck around and get yourself 30 years and you only had 2 good years of balling, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you want to be on Instagram, you want to flex a little money, that's cool, you know what I'm saying?
But you know, Rollo, he was doing that, and then, you know, they said they caught him off that picture that he was talking about he made.
They start adding up the clothes and the money, but you know, a lot of dudes, and I'm not talking about Rollo. I'm not talking about Rollo when I say this. I was talking to somebody about this the other day. A lot of dudes, what they do is they rap about this image, and then they get themselves hurt or in situations trying to live up to it. You see what I'm saying? Like, And that's not really wise, you know what I'm saying? Like what Rollo did, you know, Rollo was pushing his brand, you know what I'm saying? But you know, you can't invite certain shit to you, you know what I'm saying? And that's no disrespect to Rollo, you know what I'm saying? He Muslim, that's the op, you know what I'm saying? But you know, you just gotta be careful, because I know for a fact, like the police got a department that sit on social media all day. And
you know for a fact.
Listen, man.
And they ain't gonna just come get you when they just see you. They gonna build all that shit up.
What the feds will do is the feds will catch you broke, make you rich, and then charge you with getting rich. What the feds will do, they'll catch you. You might be a 7 gram of crack nigga, right?
Yeah.
You a 7 gram of crack nigga. What the feds will do is they'll come buy from you. And then they'll come with this much money. So they put you in a situation like, shit, you a 7 gram of crack nigga. They come at you with enough money to get 4.5. So then you getting that for them. You get them, you play the middleman. They adding all that shit up. You know what I'm saying? You was broke when they started. They'll make you that nigga and then come get you for it. But think about it. They keep doing all of these controlled buys. What you doing? You saving the money, ringing up more and more and more, because they coming with more and more and more. Their feds might bring a nigga this much money, say, yo, give me 4.5, give me a dot, give me 4.5. You take that, you go get it, and then you tell the plug, like, listen, I'm buying this. Let me get what I buy. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying? Because you see how fast the money coming. Yeah. So they adding up that 4.5 every time. By the time you're done with it, they come see you 8 times. Now you got charged with a whole bird when you was a 7 gram nigga. Feds like, listen, listen, man. Listen, man. Any nigga been to the feds know what I'm talking about, man. They'll do that. Yeah. There's niggas that was supposed to get. I seen niggas that was supposed to get 7 years end up with 22 behind bullshit, man. 22, my nigga, off of drug charges. Yeah, definitely.
That's sick, man.
They got this shit called career criminal. ACC, armed career criminal, means you get caught with 3 guns or you rob all the time, or just career criminal. You know what I'm saying? One of my codees took the same plea I took, and they rocked them to sleep off of that. But you asked me back to again. You asked me the question how much time I did. I did altogether I did like 3 years off a 5-year sentence. I took the drug program, good time and shit like that.
That's what's
I signed the 5 to 40 though. You know what I'm saying? They could have gave me anywhere from 5 to 40 years. I got the minimum off of 5 to 40. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Alan Durasami too. That's my lawyer. You know what I'm saying? You ever get in a situation, call Alan Durasami. Best lawyer money can buy. Never lost a trial. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay.
That's fact.
So you gotta have that bread though. You gotta
but with the feds, you might as well say
you can't have no public
with the feds, you might as well have a public defender if you got a mandatory minimum. Because I don't care who your lawyer is, you can't get under that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? It used to be 5 grams of crack was a mandatory 5 years. And then I had a mandatory minimum. So my lawyer couldn't get me under the minimum, but he at least got me the minimum. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay.
But with that, you can't, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's situation different.
Most definitely. Now, let's get to this music, man. You know, I checked out the song So What You Know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I see you got a tape that's already out right now. What's the name of it?
No Breaks, No Breaks.
No Breaks, man.
I ain't slowing down. I ain't stopping, and I ain't giving niggas no.
Did that situation where you got caught by the feds, did that situation make you want to grind harder with this music thing? Or you was already going in that path, in that direction?
I could always rap. But when I was locked up, I said I wasn't going to rap. I said when I came home, like, yo, I wasn't gonna rap. I was locked up with niggas in the yard. I might have spit a couple verses and a couple sessions, ciphers and all that. But niggas like, yo, you need to rap, man. I'm like, man, I ain't doing that shit. But my old head Tommy Hodson, my man Heavy, rest in peace. Heavy died in prison on the back end of a 20-year sentence he was on. He was walking it down. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He was telling me, you know what I'm saying? May Allah make his grave spacious. He was telling me like, if you don't tell the story for the real niggas, who gonna tell it? And so
that's real though.
I thought about that. Like, if I don't tell a story, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, with the way rap was, with the way that shit was going, anybody and everybody's a rapper now, you know what I'm saying? And these niggas don't got no credentials, no resume. And so, you know, I came home and it was by accident. I tell the story in all my interviews. I did a freestyle and when I did the freestyle, I did it on a Wednesday. And I shot the video for it on a Saturday. I put it out on a Monday. It got like 1,200 views in a week. And so this is my first video, no promo, no nothing. I didn't tell nobody it was coming out. I just dropped it. And it did like 1,200 views in a week. And my little brother Esco was like, yo, bro, you gotta give us some gas. This is what the streets want. You a breath of fresh air out here. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what it is. And me going away doing time taught me an appreciation for time. That's why, you know what I'm saying, I'm always on time. I don't waste time. You know what I'm saying? You got 24 hours in the day. So I'm getting all of that. You know what I'm saying? Because anything you lose, you could get back except time. So that's why I go around hard like I do. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
Yeah.
And when I hear your sound, you know what I'm saying, it give me like that Meek Mill, you know what I'm saying, that Beanie Siegel type feel, you know what I'm saying, storytelling, but with the grimy street sound.
Yeah.
Is it hard to adjust to, you know, the down south sound, being that you down here now?
Nah, I got that. What you know, like, you know what I'm saying. I got, because I'm from both eras. I'm from both cities. It wasn't hard to adjust. It's that new yo gabba gabba gibbity shit I can't really rock with. Not because everybody's doing it. And once everybody starts doing something, it becomes watered down. But, you know what I'm saying? I got a song called, it was produced by Hot Rod. You know what I'm saying? He produced 5-Star Chick for Gotti. Then we got a joint coming out called You Know What the Fuck Going On. And I wrote it jokingly. You know what I'm saying? I wrote it because that's what all the rappers say. You know what the fuck going on? So I was joking. But I went and just said some shit, and the shit came out. And so it was hot. So I definitely, I have an appreciation for that. You know what I'm saying? But I do got bars though. Like, I'm not just going in there to play and this new shit where they whining and shit. Nah, I got bars. Like, I'm gonna tell you what's going on, and I'm really mean that shit. Like, I do got bars, but no, the South sound, I fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? I grew up on Jeezy, Gotti, and all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
But those dudes like more of a they conscious too though. I mean, they got the party shit, but it's messages in their songs. And Young Jeezy shits and Yo Gotti, they got messages that will stick with you. You know what I'm saying?
When you come from that era, I'm a little bit older, a little bit than some of these rappers, and when you come from that era, it had to mean something. These motherfuckers will say anything now. Motherfuckers get on drugs and they just say whatever they want to say. But nah, I'm from an era where you gotta mean that shit. That shit gotta mean something. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you gotta understand, you can have the hottest song, but people only identify what they emotionally attached to. So Jeezy and Gotti talk for the streets. I talk for the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like the motherfucker, Joe, anybody ain't gonna be feeling what I'm saying because they can't relate. Like you watch the What You Know video, right?
Yeah.
You see, you know what I'm saying? It's a scene in there where I'm talking Spanish, meeting with the plug, right? You know what I'm saying? Like
real shit.
That's my life, you know what I'm saying, that I'm giving you. So even me putting it in a video, I can't imagine with so much, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? It's just different. So they got messages because they from the streets, you know what I'm saying? And that's, you know what I mean? That's what I'm giving you, the streets, you know what I'm saying?
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Now, you know, I was looking at Instagram, it seemed like you be moving around a lot, networking, you know, with different people in different cities, states, and shit like that. Right. It seems like you funding yourself a lot, you know what I'm saying? Investing, putting the money back into your brand.
Yeah, definitely.
How do you fund yourself with the music shit, man? That you could, you know, you got businesses and shit that you run?
I just grind, you know what I'm saying? I got the clothing line, I got CBT, the clothing line. People ask me what do I do, I say what it takes, you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't, you know what I'm saying, the average millionaire got 7 sources of income, so I'm just trying to, you know what I mean, get it, you know what I mean? Like, how would I just grind, you know what I mean? Like, you know, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, me personally, like, like you say, I put my own bread up, so I don't spend my money, I invest my money. If I put my money up, I need a return on my investment.
Could you ever see yourself signing? Could you ever see, some, you know, like signing a deal, somebody just giving you the money up front and then you having to pay it back? Because that's what it is, basically like a loan when you sign the record deal. It's like, you know.
I would put it to you like this, you know what I'm saying? I've been in negotiations. If you, like you say, if you look at my page, then you know I done sat down with Grand Hustle and Hustle Gang and them. You know, I've talked to, you know what I'm saying, me and Universal, you know what I mean? But as far as like you say, bro, like, I ain't gonna say who, but I'll say that I've turned deals down because, like, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, like, why would it shit just gotta make sense, you know what I'm saying? Like, people, you can't sell me no dream, like, you know what I'm saying? When I go talk to these people, I don't need what you got, you know what I'm saying? You gotta make it make sense for me, you know what I mean? And what I be doing, like you say, I'm putting my own bread up, you know what I'm saying? You gamble big, you lose big, you gotta be willing to go broke for this shit. I bet the house on me, drop the dice, it's a bet, whatever, it's covered, you know what I mean?
Most definitely.
Motherfucker, niggas look at it. I said in a song one time, I said, they only see the glory, they don't see the grind. Facts. Nigga, it been time, nigga might have to eat oodles and noodles for 2 weeks to make this shit happen. Nigga, you know what I'm saying?
So I mean, when you got out of prison, you was like real broke.
Oh, when I got out of prison, I was selling newspapers over the phone, baby. I ain't gonna hold you.
Grinding.
I was just grinding. Listen, when I came home from prison, I was selling newspapers over the phone. I'll never forget. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's crazy.
Like, yeah, like, listen, the halfway house, then I moved to halfway house. They're like, yo, you got to get a job if you want to go on home confinement. So I'm like, listen, I'll take anything. You know what I'm saying? Fine,
Anything better than 35 cents, right?
Listen, man, listen. Oh, no, when I was in the feds, I ain't work. Motherfuckers telling me go to work.
Yeah.
Man, all my shots was work shots. I'm not going nowhere. I told them, I ain't coming to get no job, homie. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I ain't coming to get no job, but it just being free, you know what I'm saying, is better than a lot of the bullshit, but as far as...
Did you lose like a lot of friends and shit that you was cool with before the incident? You know
I never really had friends. I got families and enemies, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Family and enemies, like, niggas wasn't my friends, you know what I'm saying? I had some niggas that was my day ones, but that was supposed to be my day ones, and they was my homies, and, you know, overall, I never really lost love for them, but, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You gotta understand, when the feds came and got us, they gave us $1 million bonds, and we got caught with enough material to never come home.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Before I signed a 5 to 40, they offered me a 10 to life. You usually don't play them games with the feds. You gotta take the first offer because the pleas don't go down. They usually go up with the feds.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? If anybody want to know Freedom of Information Act, nigga, I got all my paperwork, nigga. Ain't no 5K1, ain't no downward departures, ain't no safety valves. Just in case niggas want to know. But
no snitching.
Yeah, none of that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was, you know, niggas thought I wasn't never coming home, so a lot of niggas ran off with some money, and you know what I'm saying? Niggas was like, oh, them niggas ain't gonna come home. You know what I mean? So yeah. It was a lot of people that, you know, that, you know what I mean? They thought they won. You know what I mean? So you know, we still here. CBT is the word. You know?
Okay. Now, what's your opinion on like North Carolina music right now, the music scene?
You want which answer you want? You want me to give you the real answer? Or you want me to just tell you some shit?
I want you to give the answer, not the political correct answer.
Not the real answer.
The real shit.
But I'm gonna tell you like this: the shit with North Carolina is everybody's still trying to be the first, and that ship is sailed. You gotta realize Petey Pablo came out, he went platinum. J. Cole went platinum. Everybody, North Carolina artists have already been platinum. North Carolina's already been on. You had Small World was from Raleigh. Then you had Luke Nasty. You had Rico Barrino. These people were already...
I think they're looking at it as like as a whole. You know, like Atlanta, they got a whole bunch of them going at all at once.
That's what I'm about to get to. I'm gonna explain it to you.
Yeah.
And the reason why, but that ship is sailed. So what happens is, if you don't, now this when I get all conscious and political, but in order for it to work, they have to practice group economics and group politics. You follow what I'm saying? Like in Atlanta, they work together. If you pay attention to any area, remember when Texas, what was it, 03, 04? Texas, they was all working together. It was Paul Wall, Bun B, Mike Jones, Slim Thug, all of them was working together.
Yeah.
Soon as two of them niggas started beefing, they whole shit fell apart, right?
Yeah.
Then
Mike
you remember
Jones.
it was Florida. It was Briscoe and Rick Ross and all Florida. They had it. They was all working together. Soon as they start beefing, that shit fell apart. So people always say, "What's up with Atlanta?" Man, them niggas buy each other cars and Rolexes. They fuck with each other. That tough to buy each other jewelry and shit like that. So the problem with North Carolina is everybody's still going at each other. You know what I'm saying? And as long as y'all going at each other, as long as we going at each other out here, it's not gonna work because you know what I'm saying? Like if an artist from out of town, even the promoters, everybody gotta work together. The promoters will let these niggas come through North. You gotta realize, okay, with the Carolinas, you got Myrtle Beach, Charleston, Columbia, Florence, Raleigh, Charlotte, Greensboro, Winston, and let's say these cities. How many cities I just named? 8, right?
Yeah, about 8.
So let's say they break a record in Atlanta. In Atlanta, they break the record, right?
Yeah.
So after they break the record, they send them through to South Carolina and North Carolina. By the time you hit them 8 cities, the nigga got enough money to buy the shit he been lying about the whole time. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They send them through the cities at 10 grand a piece. But the promoters in North Carolina, they not booking who ride, they booking who pay or whatever. So you might go to a show and it's shit boring to open the act. Like even if you okay, the promoters gotta get their money. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm supposed to be telling these politics or whatever, but I'm saying that.
It's Fisher's TV, man. You tell it.
Listen. Bro. So this is what these niggas do. Like, so by the time they send the artists through all of these, through the market, through the Carolina market, at the bottom of South Carolina all the way to the top, by the time he go to Virginia, he already 100 grand up. You know what I'm saying? But instead, the promoters in the Carolinas, they more reluctant to book Carolina artists to a point. In South Carolina, it's a bit different, but even still, you know what I'm saying, they more reluctant to book the artists. And then, you know what I'm saying, so it shit just got to be, at the end of the day, name a Carolina artist. One I might know, might not know. Just
I'm
name
gonna
it.
say DJ Luke Nasty.
DJ Luke Nasty.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Nah, in fact, you said, well, I'm gonna pick one because somebody I had seen that I had like. It's a boy. His name Hitman Floyd. I'll go with him.
Hitman Floyd. Where you from?
I think he from Goldsboro somewhere.
Okay.
Or you got Hitman Floyd. You got and I made it my business to stop shopping. Then you got who you got? Let me see. Somebody from Charlotte. You got
the baby,
Chesney Boy. Well, see, the baby's a bit different too. I'm saying like even J-Way Sosa.
Okay.
Who else? Give me like I can't say everybody name.
Lil Shaq.
Huh?
Lil Shaq.
A lot of yeah. Like you gotta understand. If Little Shaq have a party, if he have a show, everybody supposed to go. Everybody supposed to go.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? Because what that is that's everybody putting their money back in his pocket. You see what I'm saying? Now back to politically, like I'm saying, pardon me, let me know if I'm getting too political. You want me to talk some dumb shit?
Man, I want, bro, just speak
all right, listen,
mind,
all right,
bro.
check it out. Listen, the Jewish dollar circulate in this community 13 times before it leaves the community. The Asian dollar circulates 6 times before it leaves the community. The black dollar don't make it 24 hours because as soon as you get paid, you gotta pay your rent, or even if it's mortgage, it's the Jewish bank. You probably got a foreign car, so you paying. You know what I'm saying? Your money's going to all of these places except the black community. You know what I'm saying? They got Asian hair stores. They got, in my hood, like in Philly, you got the Poppy store, you got the Chinese takeout. All of this money is going to all of these other places. Group economics, group politics. If one of these dudes have a show, I'm supposed to roll out. But dudes feel like, oh, because he from around the way, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like because people be too accessible, like, you know, like if you're in Charlotte, you gonna see Lil Shaq all the time. You probably see him at the mall. So when he have a show,
I'm going.
It's not going.
It don't matter if the music dope. If he a solid dude, I'm going. Cause you gotta realize, you know what I'm saying? Like it's simple mathematics. I'm going. I can see the dude. I prefer to see him. I don't want to wait till some nigga I don't know personally. Like I be seeing these niggas. If you a solid dude, I'm going. Cause you know what I'm saying? If the music dope, you a solid dude. Shit. Even if I don't go nothing, show up. Motherfucker, I'm gonna go somewhere and have some drinks anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, fact.
Why you can't get my $20? I'm gonna pay my $20 at the door and go have some drinks. Why I can't put that money in your pocket? You know what I'm saying? That's just how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? It gotta work that way. It gotta work that way. So somebody, you know what I'm saying? I see a flyer with somebody, you know what I'm saying? And the music dope, I'm playing it. I'm spinning that shit. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you get your money for streams and all that shit. I'm spinning that shit. I'm going. But that's just me. If the dude's solid, that's me.
Most definitely. You know that's real though. Now talk about what you working on next, man. I know you got the, you said you got the tape out. You got a show tomorrow in Florence with Gunna. You open up for Gunna.
I just be moving around. My schedule is crazy right now. My schedule is crazy. I gotta go tomorrow. I'm in Florence. I'll be back in Raleigh. I got shows in Wilmington, Eastover, South Carolina. I'll be up and down the East Coast. You know, I did 3 tours. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be everywhere, man. Yeah, I'll be everywhere. No breaks, no breaks. Like I say, man, even if you look at my mixtape cover, man, you will see that that's me on the front cover. If you look in the back, it's a car that crashed.
Yeah.
That on the cover, it's a Mustang that crashed. But me and my man Poe, we almost died in a car accident. You know what I'm saying? We got in a car accident. I think it was September 10th, 2016.
Yeah.
And if you look at the picture from the No Breaks, No Breaks cover, I still got the hospital band on my wrist because I had a party that night. So we was in a car that got totaled. I'm going to the hospital like, look, y'all got to discharge me. I got a party that night. So I was in a car total and got up and went to my party that night to go get my money. You know what I'm saying? I had a show. I had to go get my money.
Dedicated.
So, you know what I'm saying? That's why it's no breaks, no breaks. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
You ain't stopping.
I can't. How? I'm master gas. Like, as soon as we finish this interview, I got to get on the highway. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what, you know what I'm saying?
That's what it is, man. Now let the people know where they can follow you at, man. If they're trying to get in contact with you, book you for a show, you know, features and all that, man. Let the people know. Yeah, man. You know, listen, man. Deposits only though. Had it deep bread. But it's what is it? Instagram. What's that shit? B.Dollaz CBT. So that's B period DOLLAZ CBT. That Snapchat shit. That shit. They changed that shit. I don't be fucking with that shit. But that shit is still B.Dollaz CBT. What's my email address is cbtgloballc@gmail.com. You know what I'm talking about? Okay. Yeah, holla at me, throw a dollar at me, fool with me, cool with me, fly, I get flown over. That's what it is, man. Let me get a shout out, man. Drop Futures TV.
Oh yeah, Futures TV. You know I'm fucking with the boy. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, man. Yeah.
That's what it is.